Too
Supermodel.
You have been.
Supermodel म्हणजे not millions so much, तोंड बघत बसलो आहे मी नुसता. फिजिक्स, प्रॅक्टिकल्स, इकडे मॅथमध्ये कॉस, साइन, काय टॅन, थिटा, फिटा. यू शुड ट्राय युअर हँड ॲट कॉपी. Maybe wanted cheap actors or something. I liked. Why should I choose a place which has bad food? Go there, shoot, and say the food is bad.
Once he becomes famous and all, we'll sell his brushes and all.
I'm very happy with what I do. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, or it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I haven't eaten breakfast, and I'm feeling quite hungry. And I'm walking up and down here, counting the hours before this session starts. Ketki, let's hope she brings some food with her. Now the issue is, when are these people going to come? By the way, my name is Kunal Vijayakar, and this conversation is happening on Creative Talkative.
Welcome to Creative Talkative with Ketki Tiwari.
Yeah, we're creative and talkative. There's no stopping this. There's no topping this. Time to explain what's in our veins, what's in our minds. Take a peek into these lives. Yeah, we're creative and talkative. There's no stopping this. There's no topping this. Time to explain what's in our veins, what's in our minds. Take a peek into these lives.
So creative. There is nothing you have not ticked in terms of, doing so many different things, right from advertising to painting, to being a host, to acting, to being a supermodel, to directing. You have been.
Supermodel, but not millions so much,
See,
not
now that
exactly,
is again, yeah, but I'm just saying.
It's a perception game.
Perception game, again. So all that, but Azun, at least when I look at you, I feel like you have a lot more inside you to give.
Look, I'll tell you honestly, I sometimes think of this as a series of coincidences. Everything that I have tried to do and have done, and with the grace of God, done with a certain amount of success, so that I can live peacefully and earn a living and be happy. But I had, at no point in my life had I thought of joining the creative field. I had always thought, even all through my growing years, that I would like to take up catering. I wanted to go to catering college.
Okay.
And I wanted to alternatively do architecture.
Okay.
Simply because I had two members of my family who, one was a very successful architect and one was very successful in the food business. Unfortunately, I can plan anything I want to plan. My marks also have to allow me to plan these things, no?
Correct.
So, because my markers were very bad in 12वी, म्हणजे मला आता सांगायला थोडी लाज वाटते, पण मी 12वी कधी पासच झालो नाही. I decided to take science.
Okay.
Which is, I should never have taken science. I'm sitting in the class, असा तोंड बघत बसलो आहे मी नुसता. फिजिक्स, प्रॅक्टिकल्स, इकडे मॅथमध्ये कॉस, साइन, काय टॅन, थिटा, फिटा, काय रिडिक्युलस, काय संबंधच नाही. आणि मग 12वीची परीक्षा शेवटी मी फिजिक्स प्रॅक्टिकलला बसलोच नाही. आणि मग सगळे 12वी फेल झालेले कुठे जातात? जेजेला.
असं आहे का?
मी जेजेला गेलो.
नाही आम्ही 10वी नंतर गेलो.
10वी म्हणून I was in class with people 3 years my junior. I sometimes feel that everything that happened wrong with me automatically turned into something good. And I can go down my life thinking of various things which you do otherwise thought of traumatic or unlucky or whatever, but it moved you into another direction. But if that had not happened, I think, if suppose me pass झालो असतो 12वी,
your life would have taken
where would have gone
different direction.
And I don't want to even get into whether I'm successful or not, but I'm very happy with what I do.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy being in this space. I would have been a banker. I don't think I would have been a banker, but I would have been doing something really ridiculous,
And you wouldn't have been on Creative Talkative.
I wouldn't be on this show. So I walk into JJ and I get the shock of my life because even the professors are speaking in Marathi.
Oh.
Now, as luck may have it, I'm a Maharashtrian, so I can understand Marathi. I made really good friends at JJ. And at that point, the Marathi or the English or anything did not matter. And I think it was the friends in my class and in the college that sort of got me into the subject itself. So a lot was done. It was manual labor. So you had to have talent in your hands. And I was not that good. So hence I took photography as an elective because I was better at that than I was actually illustrating and finishing.
Yeah, but then I would like to point out, excuse me, the kind of paintings that we have here. I mean, you don't need finishing when you have, like, when you're blessed with this kind of talent.
But thank you very much for saying that.
No,
but,
seriously.
But
I mean, just look at that.
But tell me, if I had given that in my commercial art class in life drawing, they would have failed me.
That doesn't. If I get this sold for like 10 million.
JJ has a annual exhibition where
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do your annual campaign and you put it up. Okay, so I did this thing, and Gopi Kukde, who was art director, very, very leading art director.
Yes.
I was a great fan of his work because he was doing breakaway stuff,
Yes,
conceptually breakaway, not only design breakaway. So he came as an external juror or something, and so he went and was looking at my work, which is displayed. So I went up to him and said, "Guy, So he said, you should try your hand at copy." Does that mean that I'm so bad that he says I should try? But what he was trying to say is that you have a thought process and you have the writing skills. So, which was very interesting. There was a job going at Dakuna's, and they offered me this unbelievable option of doing both copy and art.
Oh,
So I joined as a copywriter stroke visualizer.
awesome.
Great opportunity that I got. So that is also coincidence. I could have easily gone into the art department of some agency and lost my job because I couldn't do finishing or couldn't do cut paste.
Correct.
Do
Do you take each day as it comes or do you plan?
It's a bit of both. I don't plan. I have never really planned too much ever. Okay, it's just tiring to plan things. I'd like to know vaguely in what direction I'm going in. I pretty much like to take each day as it comes. As we grow older, one likes to plan for a bit of retirement.
Correct.
And when I mean retirement, doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing things. It's just that you stop thinking about earning money.
Your modeling, let's talk about. Come on, yeah. That Sil jam. I still remember the Sil ad. You remember the crying one? Savlon, I think happened after Sil.
Immediately
right?
after
Immediately.
that, yeah.
But on Usme, I don't think there could have been anybody else.
There is Sylvester Dakuna, the sort of godfather of, the owner of the agency. Also, he's part of this huge theatre group, which is Alec Padamsee, Paul Padamsee, Sylvester Dakuna, Farokh Mehta, this whole thing. Who works in the agency? Bharat Dabolkar. So there was this whole theatre culture happening in the agency itself.
Correct.
And Sylvie was doing a play and he asked me, will you act in it? Maybe he wanted cheap actors or something. I'll act. So I did this damn play with Sylvie and it was great fun, whatever. And they said, there's this fellow who makes funny faces. More than an actor, the fellow who makes funny faces.
Correct.
And so then one thing led to another and somebody called me and said, really, there's one little come.
And then acting happened as a natural progression.
So once I did one play, the bug bit me. So then I did 2 plays a year for several years. Theatre was a community. We met, we rehearsed, we went out drinking, we ate, we behaved badly. We were young and it was just great fun.
And it's your first feature film was which?
The first film I did was a song sequence for a film called Duplicate. But Ab Tak Chappan was the one film that I'm really, really, really proud of having done. Somebody has challenged you to do something that's a little different, you feel good about it. Our family was very food sort of interested. My grandfather was a great one in making a cook. Because he used to go look for recipes, find things, international recipes. I tried to cook that stuff that you ate outside in the house. And nobody stopped me. My grandmother encouraged me. So I was very comfortable in the kitchen. So there was a great interest in food right from the beginning. I never thought I'd make food into a career after I didn't get into catering.
I made muthia,
All lovely.
I made thepla,
Just simple.
and I made shira.
This is looking yummy. I love thepla, by the way.
You like, no?
I do.
This is like
And these are freshly made methi. Sakai methi kaap le liya hai. Freshly.
4:30. That's important.
Pahate 4:30 bacha.
4:30.
So, also this crew is going through the same thing that I go through when I'm shooting for my food show. I eat and the whole crew is just watching. So I think this time we should break this tradition.
Yeah.
And
They
ask
should
the
eat.
crew
Yeah.
to just
To
come
eat
in the
and
middle and
yeah.
please eat. Justin का है अपन क्या? And to the other DOP who's my namesake,
Kunal. वाह आवडलं मला सिद्धीवर बेसन and गव्हाचं पीठ and little bit of rava just for the crisping of it and whatever vegetables you have. So I have put grated dudhi and some methi which was left over from here, but you can put carrots, anything, whatever
and
you
then you
have.
steam it and fry it both.
You steam it and then not fry it, you give it a vagar it with sesame seeds and all. So a lot of people put a lot of garlic in it. I don't because it's already so flavorful. It doesn't require a lot of.
No, it's delicious.
Then you need sweet. Then you again need
Then
thicker.
you again need tikkat, so I'm going to know.
Correct.
Little
That's
bit,
the-
little
that-
bit,
that's
yeah.
the-
What is this?
Like you hate the word foodie, so I'm going to call you foodie. For a foodie, you eat very little, no?
I eat very little because I'm just trying to maintain my weight. There was a time when I put on so much weight because I couldn't stop eating. That's the only reason I eat little, because I've discovered that I can taste little, get the joy of food and not have to eat large quantities of
Large
food.
quantity.
Because I also eat everything. See, when I'm doing a show, everyone says, but how come you say everything is nice? I said, because we don't choose bad places to go to.
Yeah.
Why should I choose a place which has bad food, go there, shoot and say the food is bad?
Correct.
I'd rather not shoot it.
Correct.
One. Two is that sometimes something goes wrong in the kitchen. Doesn't mean that the food is always going to be bad. That's why I
Yeah.
always say I'm not a food critic. So I don't criticize.
So that show, The Foodie, that had like more than 500 episodes. No?
Yeah, so see,
It was the longest running,
More
I
than-
think.
yeah.
9-10 varsha.
10 वर्ष झाले जवळजवळ.
There are two things why I love to watch Foodie and now, of course, Khaane mein kya hai, which we will talk about. There is this very enduring quality you have when you eat. I started eating because if you're not eating while watching, your show, you feel bad about it. It's like, oh my God, म्हणजे तोंडात तेव्हा एवढं पाणी सुटतं. Even if you're eating something non-veg, I'm a vegetarian, but still I'm like, okay, I'm going to reach for the nearest thing from my kitchen and I'm going to eat it. Your episode should be shorter because in the process, I end up taking like 2 servings. Yeah, we end up doing because we can't stop eating till you've stopped. What is the best part and what is the not so good part about doing what you do?
The best part is the food.
Correct.
It is the food. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the. I did not even know that this country of ours has such a variety of food, such a variety of cuisine. The more you travel, the more you discover. It's unbelievably fascinating the amount of food that our country has. And the worst part is the weight.
Any particular cuisine which you've still not tried?
There's lots in India.
Yeah, in India.
There's lots I've not
Lots,
tried. I haven't traveled to Bihar and eaten proper Bihari food. I haven't been to, I just came back from Uttarakhand, which was interesting. For the first time I ate food. There are large parts of Tamil Nadu where I have not eaten, large parts of Karnataka where I have not eaten. So there is enough today. I can spend a life and I will not have covered the food in India.
So Khaane mein kya hai now? Let's talk about your current,
My current thing.
your baby. So this is something that you had planned for some time, or
I just wanted to do the food show, but the idea of doing it on YouTube and also because we've lived this life, everything you do earns you money.
Correct.
You go, you do a show, it pays you. You do this, it pays you. To do something for 2 years without making any money and going
Yeah.
out of pocket.
Did you ever imagine the phenomenal success? I mean, now it's become so big. Everyone knows about it. Everyone talks about it.
No, I did not imagine because I never imagined these things. My first episode was with the Mumbai police.
Okay.
eating that dabba, Khaane mein kya hai? Which, so newspapers covered it, we got publicity out of it, and it rocked. 500,000 views, fadak karun jhale the.
And now going forward, what are your plans with Khaane Mein Kya Hai?
Now I want to make it into the biggest thing on earth, Khaane mein kya hai?
Okay.
Really, it has to be the one spot that anybody comes for any food.
The go-to.
Go-to place. Okay. So Ketki has left me alone over here because she's going to quickly go and get some Frankies. This is, as everybody knows, Shivaji Park. Very familiar place for anybody who's lived in South Mumbai. And the Frankie stall over here, according to me, is the best Frankie you can get amongst all the other Frankie stalls. This is for me, you and me, or for the whole country?
So the red one is for you.
Obviously. Maybe you got to close with
So if there was, so anyway, let me start asking you now only while you are opening.
Okay.
If there was one kind of food.
Oh, is this the game that we are playing?
Yes.
Okay.
Should we start?
Yeah, start.
So if there was one junk food that you could eat for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Frankie.
For us or because we are eating now?
No, really. But only this Frankie.
I thought you would say burger or something.
No, I don't like burgers.
If there was only one type of cuisine that you could eat for the rest of your life.
Malwani food.
What is your go-to comfort food?
Now, you may not have heard of it, but it's called Bhujana Bhat.
Which is?
Bhujana is a Pathare Prabhu preparation, normally done with fish or prawns, but can be done with anything, including batata, wal, eggs, anything. It's a preparation, it's a gravy.
Would you rather eat something which is under-salted or over-salted?
There's not an option, then over-salted. I can't eat saltless food.
Would you rather eat raw food or frozen food for the rest of your life?
Raw means katsa.
Oh, salads or...
No salad. Frozen.
Would you rather have the superpower of eating without getting fat or eating free food for the rest of your life?
Eating without getting fat.
If you had to pick one person, dead or alive, that you could have a meal with, famous, not famous, fictional, not fictional, who would it be?
Okay, so now I know it, but I would like to eat with both my grandfathers who are now dead.
How sweet.
Yeah, because I think their passion for food was great.
Which is the most underrated and the most overrated food in our culture?
Eggs.
Both?
It's not. Oh, so it has to be overrated and underrated.
You mean two different foods.
Two different. Okay.
One which is overrated.
Underrated is eggs, because what you can do with eggs, starting from a simple boiled egg to a fried egg to a scrambled egg to meringue to soufflés to, it's a never-ending thing. Avocado, is it overrated? But
Everyone puts
hate
it
avocado.
You hate it?
I hate avocado.
It's nice, but I think people
I
are
have
making
no
a big
emotion.
deal about. Yeah.
I give it to you, avocado. Or kale. Really interesting conversation happening. But also, we have stopped having conversations. This new digital medium has opened up conversations, which is great. Whether it's extremely long podcasts or whatever, this is what we need to be doing, talking to each other more.
ते संपूर्ण नहीं आता वड़ा पाव खाने रहता
No. वो माझं पोट भरलं आता.
What is this?
I can't eat so much. I'll put on weight, yeah.
Hope you had as much fun listening as we did talking. Do subscribe for updates on our upcoming episode. Like, share, and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, as well as creativetalkative.com. That's creative with a K.